The Per Thai-led administration is endeavoring to boost the economy by implementing the much publicized digital wallet scheme. But economists and foreign investors say the stimulus package cannot solve the long-term challenges ahead. Despite the scheme potentially contributing to a boost in Thailand's economy, a World Bank economist told Thai PBS World that structural reform is more significant in sustaining high and long-term economic development.
The fiscal stimulus that target the short terms is important, but it will not be enough to support sustainable growth. So eventually, Thailand will need to undergo structural reforms, which include the transition into higher value-added productions and services, as well as the investment for regional connectivity, the development of the secondary cities, adaptation to climate change, as well as the labor market development to improve the skilled professionals. So by putting all this reform together, it will allow a boost to higher and more sustainable growth over the long terms.
As for foreign investors, while Thailand's geographic location is advantageous for foreign direct investment, transparent and clear policies are needed to attract new FDI. The chairwoman of Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce noted that it is necessary to make a positive change in corruption.
I believe the new government, they need to share a clear vision, and with the vision and implementation of that vision, which is through transparent policies. Thailand should not hesitate to take bold actions. For investors, it is important that we focus on the strengths, and I think Thailand should find areas that they're very strong at and then really focus on those. If you look at Thailand's competitiveness, the Thailand competitiveness have changed a bit on the CPI ranking. It's 108 of 180. This is not so good. It's areas that needs to be worked on, and I know that the government is working on it. But it's not just the government responsibility. I think it's important that when we talk about the CPI ranking, it's important to also say that government, civil society, academia, and private sector, we need to work hand in hand to make a positive change.
To develop the economy positively, action to tackle climate change, sustainability, and waste management are essential. The chairwoman said that the government should protect SMEs when implementing this policy, since they could see a huge impact during the transition. Lawal added that fast digitalization can maintain Thailand's competitiveness in the region. Rapid transformation to a digital government and incentives are key to attracting new investors.
Another area is digital transformation. We need speed in this. The world is changing rapidly, so we need to take up a digital government, preferably with a single sign-on. And last one, but very important for investors. We talk about incentives many times. We talk about the need of incentives, but incentives are important, tax incentives in particular, but as important is the access to available labor. So if you look at Thailand right now, the government is focusing through BOI and EEC, we're focusing on newer target industries, more innovative and more technology-directed industries. And in order to succeed in those industries, then we need to also have the workforce available. So I think it's a need for both education and training and upskilling and reskilling, as is it important to have a more freer movement of skilled labor during this time.
In addition, high household debt looms over the economy. The economists warn that although the 10,000 baht boost via digital wallet scheme could infuse cash, the private consumption has decreased gradually. Policies to help SMEs and to incentivize the tourism sector are also vital.
We see that there is a risk of slowing down of the domestic consumptions due to high levels of household debt of as high as 91% of GDP, which is higher when compared to other ASEAN countries. And there is also the risk of financial distress among the small and medium enterprises. The current flood situations in the northern part of Thailand is also adding to the risk of the economic slowdown. we have seen so far that in terms of the number of tourist visitors is almost reaching the pre-pandemic levels. So this means the additional boost that will come from the tourism sectors will be quite limited. So it will be critical for Thailand to come up with a policy measure to strategically unlock the potential of the tourism sector, including the increase of the capacity as well as the quality of the tourism industry. And over the long terms, we project that growth is likely to become quite moderate due to the structural challenges that Thailand is facing.
Frank and Shi reporting for Thai PBS World.